The MiG-31 FOXHOUND is a Soviet supersonic interceptor designed as a replacement for the previous interceptor, the MiG-25 Foxbat. The MiG-31 is among the fastest interceptors in the world, with over 500 aircrafts built from 1979 to 1994. The aircraft is still, until this day, operational with the Russian Air Force. The story of the MiG-31 starts with its predecessor, the MiG-25, which was introduced in 1967. The MiG-25 was a fast interceptor that could reach a speed of Mach 3.2. Also, it was armed with the largest air-to-air missiles ever to enter serial production, which were the R-40. But the MiG-25 suffered from huge problems that were revealed to the world when the Soviet pilot Lieutenant Viktor Belenko defected from the USSR in 1976 by flying his MiG-25 to Japan. When the airplane was examined, it revealed several problems that the MiG-25 suffered. Problems like the lack of agility at interceptor speeds, the nickel-steel alloy airframe which made the aircraft heavier than expected, and many other problems. The Soviets were already aware of the MiG-25's problems, so plans to replace it had been going before Belenko's defection. The first prototype of the Foxhound, which was called the YE-155MP, took its first flight on September 6, 1975. Serial production of the MiG-31 began in 1979 and lasted until 1994, with several models and variants produced over the years. The MiG-31 was designed based on the MiG-25, so similarly, the MiG-31 was also a large twin-engine aircraft. The Foxhound was designed to replace the MiG-25 as an interceptor aircraft, so it had to be able to conduct the following tasks. Firstly, intercept high-speed and high-altitude reconnaissance aircraft and strategic bombers. Secondly, intercept and destroy low-flying targets like UAVs, cruise missiles, and helicopters. Thirdly, provide strategic air defense in low air defense areas. Like the MiG-25 Foxbat, the MiG-31 was not designed as a fighter aircraft, meaning that it's not built for close-range air combat. The MiG-31 was 22 meters in length, with a wingspan of 13 meters, a height of 6 meters, and with a total wing area of 61 square meters. The aircraft had an empty weight of 21,000 kilograms and a max takeoff weight of up to 46,000 kilograms. It was powered by two D-30 F6 afterburning turbojet engines, with each engine producing approximately 152 kilonewtons of thrust. Thanks to its engines, the aircraft could reach a max speed of Mach 2.8, provided enough thrust to reach Mach 3, but a ceiling of Mach 2.83 was placed to avoid damaging the engines and the airframes beyond repair. The cruising speed was Mach 2.35. The Foxhound had a range of 3,000 kilometers without in-flight refueling, and it could reach a max altitude of 20,000 meters or 67,000 feet. For the armament, the aircraft had a single 23mm rotary cannon with 260 rounds, and the main armaments were the air-to-air missiles, various combinations of R-33, R-40 and R-77 missiles. One key feature that the MiG-31 has is the ability to target and attack multiple targets simultaneously, unlike the previous interceptor, the MiG-25, which could only target one aircraft at a time. The MiG-31 was among the world's first interceptors to be equipped with a phased array radar, which was the Zalson S-800. A phased array radar is a type of radar system that uses an array of antennas and electronic beamforming to scan and attack targets without physically moving the radar antenna. The Zalson S-800 is a passive electronically steered array radar, or PESA. The benefits of phased array radar include rapid scanning, flexibility, reduced maintenance, and improved reliability. The wings and airframes of the Foxhound are stronger than those of the Foxbat, permitting supersonic flight at low altitudes. The MiG-31 airframe comprises of 49% nickel steel alloy, 33% light metal alloy, 16% titanium for areas with high thermal stresses, and 2% composites. The MiG-31 had a crew of 2, a pilot and a weapons system officer. And because the interceptor would fly at extremely high altitudes, the crew members had to wear pressure suits. A pressure suit is a protective suit worn by high altitude pilots who may fly at altitudes where the pressure becomes too low for an unprotected person to survive. There are some key differences we can note between the MiG-31 and the MiG-25. Firstly, the MiG-31 could reach supersonic speeds at low altitudes, something that the MiG-25 couldn't do. The MiG-31 had a much better radar, which gave it the ability to look down, shoot down, a feature that the MiG-25 didn't have. The Zalson S-800 radar also enabled the aircraft to target multiple targets at once, unlike the MiG-25, which could only target one target at a time. In terms of agility and maneuverability, the MiG-31 was much better. There have been many developments implemented to the interceptor throughout the years, and many variants were developed to try improving the aircraft or modifying it for particular tasks. One of the variants is the MiG-31 BM, which is currently being used in the Russian-Ukrainian conflict. According to some reports, the MiG-31 BM is 2.6 times more efficient or better than the original MiG-31. The max detection range was increased to reach 320 kilometers, and it could track up to 10 targets simultaneously. The MiG-31 BM mainly uses the R-37 air-to-air missile, which has a range of 400 kilometers and can reach speeds up to Mach 3. The variant also has the ability to carry on-site radar, on-site ship and air-to-ground missiles. Another famous variant is the MiG-31K, which is a modified version of the MiG-31 BM and is intended to carry the KH-47M2 or Kinzhal hypersonic ballistic missile. The Kinzhal is a Russian hypersonic air-launched ballistic missile. It has a reported range of 1500 to 2000 kilometers and speeds up to Mach 10. It can carry either conventional or nuclear warheads and can be launched either by the Tu-22M3 bombers or the MiG-31K interceptors. The Kinzhal missile is part of Russia's modernization efforts to strengthen its strategic missile forces and maintain a credible deterrent capability. Its hypersonic speed and maneuverability add a new dimension to Russia's strategic capabilities. And finally, the MiG-31 BSM, which is an upgrade of the BS version. It is the latest modernization variant, first time contracted in 2014 for modernization of 16 aircraft. The MiG-31 BSM modernization program aimed to enhance the capabilities of the original MiG-31 BS aircraft, extending its service life and equipping it with advanced avionics, radar systems and weapons. The upgrade program was initiated to meet the evolving requirements of the Russian Air Force and to maintain the aircraft's effectiveness as a long-range interceptor. The interceptor entered service with the Soviet Air Defense Forces in 1981. Air Defense Forces, or PVO, was the branch of the Soviet military that had the job of defending the Soviet airspace. And in 1982, NATO officially gave the MiG-31 the codename Foxhound. Foxhound is still operational with the Russian Air Force and is currently being used in the Russian-Ukrainian war and has been used multiple times to take down Ukrainian aircrafts, mainly using the R-37 air-to-air long-range missile. And because the MiG-31 can fly at high altitudes and high speeds, in addition to the long range of its radars, this makes it hard for the Ukrainian on-site aircraft systems and interceptors to take it down. The Russian Air Force's combat air patrols have proven highly effective against Ukrainian attack aircraft and fighters. A MiG-31 can launch an R-37 more than 160 kilometers deep into Ukrainian airspace while safely circling Russia. In fact, this is one of the reasons why Ukraine wants to have the American F-16 fighters with the AIM-120 air-to-air missile to even the score with the MiG-31. With the F-16s, the Ukrainian Air Force claims that they could push MiG-31s deep into Russia's airspace, greatly reducing their effectiveness, thus enabling Ukrainian jets to conduct more missions against Russian targets. The Russians are also using the MiG-31K to launch the Kinzhal missile. On 16 May 2023, the Russian Defense Ministry claimed to have destroyed a US Patriot system using a Kinzhal missile. US officials did confirm that a damage happened, but they claim it to be minimal. This was the video. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. For any suggestions, leave them in the comments. See you next time.